It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Steel Panther with The Shocker. And opening up the show tonight, we heard Judas Priest with A Touch of Evil. And this is Neeley rocking with your Classic Metal Show, along with my Touch of Evil, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Hi, friends. How are we?
Well, we're back.
We are, man. Time to be funny.
Right. I think you could probably use it since you've been so hunkered down with all the work this past week that you probably need a little break.
Yeah, I definitely do, man. Fucking 100-hour weeks are starting to wear me out just a little bit.
Sure. Well, we are live and ready to do the shocker.
That's right.
On the Willing Chicks, anyway. We'll let Tim James take care of the guys.
Yeah, sure.
But tonight is going to be a pretty good show, I think.
Should be.
We've got Judas Priest.
That's average.
And we've got Steel Panther.
That's pretty average.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're not fun guys at all.
No. Well, dude, I got to tell you, I watched yesterday, all weekend, they've been was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They've been broadcasting that the Wacken festival.
Right.
You know, and I watched Steel Panther the other day. God damn, that's a fun show.
Really?
I mean, I've seen it before, but even watching it just on TV was just fun.
Sure.
It's so good, and lots of nudity. I enjoyed that greatly.
What, the audience, or they brought nude chicks out?
Well, about midway through the show, Satchel asked the chicks to start showing their tits, and of course that went on for at least 30 minutes in the crowd. And then at the end of the show, then they brought up at least 30 chicks, and they all were topless, dancing around and shit. I was like, yes, this is quality entertainment here.
Right. Well, it's always good to have naked chicks.
Tits fucking rule.
They do.
That's just all there is to it. Tits rule, man.
Well, let's just put it this way. Naked chicks rule.
They do. But, I mean, even topless. They don't have to be fully naked.
That's true, but it's always nice to get naked girls.
Oh, and, well, that can depend on the girl. But.
Well, that is true, too. I'll have to qualify that with girls who should be seen naked.
Yeah, well, but tits are a different animal. Because even a 300-pound woman with big tits, you'll still take a look at the tits.
Right, that's true.
You'll still enjoy that at least for a second until your eyes wandered south.
Exactly.
But a girl with a great ass and no tits at all, it's like fucking a boy.
Yeah, I'll tell a story about that in a second. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, it's John.
Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, I am very sad about this, but I fucking missed you guys' show last weekend.
Well, we missed you, John. I noticed you were absent. I thought maybe you turned on us and thought we were mean or something, and you didn't want to talk to us no more.
No way. I had to stay with my sister, and her fucking computer stinks. So I wanted to throw it out the window, and I actually tried to get you guys, and I couldn't. But hey. I'm pissed about missing you guys' show. I haven't done that in a couple of years.
Well, John, we'll forgive you this time, but just don't let it happen again.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely will not happen again. Okay.
All right, John. Well, we'll accept your apology this week, but not again.
Okay. Hey. I only have a couple of minutes because I gotta play a show. I just want to say hello to you guys, and sorry about missing you guys last week. And hey, fuck you, pal, and hand jobs and balloon nuts.
All right, John.
There goes John with his weekly check-in.
Thanks for checking in.
Well, John can't miss the show.
Can Tim James be too far behind?
Right. Nice. It's nice to have dedicated listeners, especially when they're not even listening to the show and they have to call in.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Right. Well, anyway, getting back to
Fatsos?
Yeah. I may have even told this story on the show before.
Okay.
But years ago, this was back in like 2002.
Yeah.
When I was still living in Akron.
Okay.
I had broken up with my long-term girlfriend at the time.
All right.
And my friend, long-haired Mike, who used to be part of the CMS group,
Yeah.
He had broken up with his chick the same week.
Right.
So he was taking it kind of hard, and he came down to my place, and he's just like, dude, I'm just going crazy. This is really driving me up the wall. I need to get away, and we need to go do something.
Okay.
And I said, well, what do you want to do? And he's like, let's hit a strip club. I'm just like, okay. So we get in the car, head up the road there, and there's a place over on, I think it's State Route 91, I think. And I think it was called the Music Box.
Okay.
And we went in there, and there must have been 10 girls dancing, topless.
All right.
Not one of them had boobs.
Ugh.
I've never seen a group of flat chicks, that many flat chicks in one place at one time.
Were they all young?
Yeah, they were. They were all probably in their 20s to maybe early 30s.
Or maybe even like 10 to 12.
Right. Well, I don't think they were that young. But anyway, it was so depressing that we were just like, let's get out of here. So we went up to the what was it? The Platinum Horse? I think it's the Platinum Horse up there in Akron.
All right.
It was much better.
Yeah. I'm not an aficionado. Believe it or not, I'm not an aficionado on strip clubs.
Well, neither am I. I've probably been to, in my life, I could probably count it on, I've probably been to a dozen in my life.
Other than Korea, I've probably been to less than that. I mean, serious number, maybe 5. But Korea was cool because you could fuck the strippers 2 at a time. So, you know, Korea, you went to the strip clubs. But, dude, the only strip club of merit I ever went to was this one in Korea where, like, it had a raised stage, but the stage was like this big-ass fish tank, which was just odd. So you'd be sitting, like, even... And, you know, the chicks would be higher than you. You know, they'd be like eye level and up. Their feet would be eye level and up.
Right.
And so you'd be looking up at the chicks and looking at, you know, Snatch and whatnot.
Looking at Snatch.
But then as you're looking at Snatch, all of a sudden a fucking fish comes up on you. In this fucking thing, man. It was such a weird club, but I used to like going in there, be all fucked up, and they had all the different lights on the fish and shit.
Right.
It was this crazy environment, man. It was kind of fun.
Sure.
But other than that, American strip clubs, I fucking despise.
Yeah. Well, you know, the ones that I went to were the ones in Canada.
Yeah.
And those girls up there do everything for like next to nothing.
Mm.
I mean, it's crazy. I went up there, and I was still driving a truck at the time, and
right.
I was killing some time because I couldn't deliver till the next day, and there was a club across the street from where I was parked, and I went in there, and these chicks would do lap dances for $5.
All right,
but
nice.
But we're talking like very explicit lap dances.
Like you're staring at their.
Oh yeah, they'll put it right up on your nose.
Nice.
You know, for $5, and you go to a U.S. strip club even back then, and you know it's no less than 20. You know, I gave a girl a 20 up there. I said, "What do you do for this?" And she's just like, "I guess I'm yours the rest of the evening."
Jesus,
for $20.
Should have pulled out some lip gloss and said, "Here, put this on. I got a job for you."
Nice. Well, anyway, tonight, the stripper talk. Steel Panther has a new CD out called All You Can Eat.
Okay.
And Judas Priest has a new CD out.
Yeah.
Which is called?
Bad Production Blues. That's called Redeemer of Souls.
Redeemer of Souls. And strangely enough, Judas Priest and Steel Panther are touring together this year.
Yeah, what an odd tour, right?
Yeah, it is an odd tour. They are coming here, close by, and well, I wouldn't mind checking out the show.
Is that you giving me a subtle hint?
Yeah, that is a subtle hint.
Make it happen,
you better hook me up, pal.
I'm sure between the two of us, we can get either on the Steel Panther guest list or the Priest guest list,
right,
or both.
Right.
So I know I'm going to see it in Pittsburgh.
What? You're going to step foot in Pittsburgh?
Not only am I doing that, but I'm going to blow off the CMS to do it.
Well, I'm blowing off the CMS next Saturday. I didn't tell you about that.
Next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
All right. All right. Well, I'm not going to make a prediction yet if I'm going to do a show or not.
All right.
Where are you going?
I am going to a concert.
What are you going to see?
I'm going to go see my yearly Chicago concert.
Yeah, I can't miss that.
Well,
I wouldn't miss it. Dude, you've been doing it every year for, what, 20 years or something?
No, it's been like 35 years, dude. I've seen him 55 times.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But my sister is coming into town, and she's got the tickets and everything, so of course I'm going to go.
Nice.
So,
that's cool. Looks like we're going to be sporadic for the next couple of weeks then, because I've got a wedding on August 23rd.
Oh, you do you?
I do. But I was thinking we might pre-record that one.
All right.
We might. I don't know. Unless you got somebody that you want to replace me with. Which
that's
list.
That's difficult in itself.
I was going to say, there's probably a big list there. Like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that isn't the case at all. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to be a little sporadic here for the next couple of weeks. But
right.
That's okay. We'll make it work.
Right. Well, anyway, tonight that's our guest for this show tonight is Judas Priest and Steel Panther.
Well, that's good.
And we are in the chat room, chatandkill.com.
I just want to go backwards a second and ask Tim James if those two bands are okay, since he was quick to tell us that the bands that we interview generally suck.
Oh, did Tim say that in the chat room?
No, he said that on the air, though, one of his calls, one of his 400 calls. He said that remember when we were talking to him about Eddie Trunk, and he said, well, he likes Eddie Trunk because Eddie has better guests.
Oh, but I don't think Eddie gets better guests.
Well, he said that we interview bands that are new bands, and Eddie interviews the classics that he cares about.
Like who?
Like Motley Crue, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
And that's why I'm like, all right, well, we got Steel Panther and Judas Priest this week. We got Kicks coming up. We got Skid Row coming up. That's all Tim James' wheelhouse, I think.
Yeah.
So eat a dick, Tim. You're used to it.
Right. All right. And we are live in the Classic Metal Show chat room at chatandkill.com.
Right.
Pop on in there. I noticed that slowly but surely I've been adding people who have been following me on the Twitter.
Oh, what are you up to?
64.
Look at you. Goddamn, man. I have no idea how many I have.
Yeah. So
check that.
It's right on your page.
Oh,
just go to your Twitter page and it'll tell you how many people are following you.
I don't know that I've ever been to my Twitter page.
Yeah, just go to Twitter, whatever.
Chris Aiken 1.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's oh, look at me go. I'm kicking your ass, pal. I have 197.
Well, I've only been Twittering for about 3 weeks now.
Yeah, but man, I have a lot of tweets. I have 1,114 tweets.
Yeah, I've only done like 40 tweets. I'm not a big Twitterer. Yeah, I've got 40 tweets.
How do I have 1,000?
Well, how many years have you been Twittering?
Yeah, I've been on it since it came. So joined July 2010.
Well, I joined early, but I never used it because I had no reason for it. But I'm trying to get a little more interactive. Yeah,
I see. Like you're posting like, hey, show's coming up in 15 minutes or whatever and stuff like that. And hey, this was a funny segment and stuff like that. I've seen those floating through.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the fans involved.
Yeah, trying to set us up so that when we get fired, we can be fired like everybody else from Twitter.
Sure. Right. So I'm just trying to get involved, man. I'm trying to be accessible to the fans.
Because they need to be able to contact us at all times.
Right. Well, and we're going to be big TV stars, and I don't want people to think that I forgot where my roots are.
Yeah, man.
So, yes, I am active on the Twitter. So if you are a Twitterer, feel free to join me or follow me or whatever. It's CMS Neeley, Neely, CMS Neely.
Yeah,
follow me. Follow me, pal.
You can follow me at Meatspin. That's MEATSPIN.
Right.
So please follow me there.
Right. Oh, look at the Kiss Freaks favorited my tweet. They
did
favorited it. What? No, I'm not really up on all these favorites and this and that. So what does that do when somebody favorites you?
I don't know. Other than I think it shares it with all their people that they favorited something.
Okay, so what's the difference between that and a retweet?
I don't know.
See, I don't know enough about this. I've been just playing around with it and just, tweeting here and there and let everybody know we're happening, whatever.
I think on your Twitter page. See, I don't use the page itself. I use Hootsuite to post everything, which is like an application. So I never really actually see my page. But I think on the actual page, you have like something you can click that keeps track of all your favorites or something. All your tweets that you favorited.
Right. Again, regardless of if you favorite it or not, I just want to know what purpose does favoriting a tweet serve?
Well, it keeps it in one place for you, I guess.
Okay.
Wherever that favorite place is.
All right.
I don't fucking know.
See, but you're the guy who plays around with the Facebook and the Twittering and all that stuff.
Yeah, on a very baseline level. I throw tweets out there. That's about the extent of it.
All right, I got you. All right. Well, this is not the CMS Technology Show. This is the Classic Metal Show.
I was going to say, it's starting to feel like work.
Yeah, I know. Well, I noticed you threw over a list of show topics tonight.
Yeah, I was watching the movie Ali, and I was doing a little show prep.
Right. Well, we got a few things to cover. I guess I'm going to have to talk to you about this one that's popped up on the list here the last few weeks, is this political correctness thing.
Oh, that was just because you said you had some more stories or something.
Oh, yeah. You mean the ones I shared with you over the weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to go there. I don't care.
I know. I was just wondering if there was anything specific that you were thinking there, but
nope, that was yours, and I wrote it down, and I just never took it off.
Right.
You want a list of show topics from a fan?
Go ahead.
This just came in right now.
All right.
A good topic for tonight's show: which artist has kept their original sound, and who has not? And what's the? I'm reading this exactly as it's written. A good topic for tonight's show: which artist has kept their original sound, and who has not? And what's the impact on the music? Robert Plant, to me, has strayed away from his original sound, and he started out with Zepp. Thanks for telling me that. Rob Halford is more Judas Priest than he ever has. That's his first topic. Next one is, when should bands retire, and is age really a factor when you have a great band behind you? And then the next topic is, should bands continue beyond their mortality? Do Chris and Neeley think that bands like AC/DC, Kiss, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden can still continue with newer members being integrated into the bands? For example, will we see the day that Judas Priest will be led by Richie Faulkner when Rob, Ian, and Glenn call it quits? Even Scott Travers may call it a day as well. Mm-hmm. Would the original Judas Priest want to see it going beyond their involvement? How would the fans react to that? Those are his three.
I see. Well, we have kind of covered a lot of those topics over the years, literally. I mean, maybe not all in one show, but we have discussed, bands continuing on with only one member, you know, and right now, I think this weekend, as a matter of fact, speaking of that, there's going to be like a Southern Rock Fest in the Chicago area. I don't know. I think it's this weekend. I'm not positive.
Okay.
But it's got people like Molly Hatchet and the Marshall Tucker Band and, people like that. And full and well that all of those bands only have like one guy in it, and maybe even the second generation guy leading it,
Yeah. Doesn't Molly Hatchet have none?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have second generation members.
They're like the New Temptations.
Exactly. There's nobody left from the original band, and it's the second tier guys still carrying on the name.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. That's just a cover band to me.
It is. And it's no different than Lynyrd Skynyrd, even though they have some heritage in the band. Right. There's only one original member.
Yeah, that's a cover band too.
Yeah.
In my eyes, it's a cover. They're a damn good one, but they're a cover band.
Yeah, I agree. So yes, we have kind of covered that ground before.
Yeah.
And I imagine later in the show, if we got time, we could bring it up if we're in a lull or something.
Sure.
But, there's everybody's got their thoughts on it. But But it has been covered ground. So I guess you're going to have to go back through the CMS archives and try to find those shows.
Yeah, Alan, get to it.
Right.
What you been doing?
Right. So this week for you,
yes,
I haven't had a whole lot of contact with you. I mean, you haven't even been on the instant messenger or anything this week.
No, I have just I decided this was a week to dig my trench and get to work. So I did. That was all I did all week.
I know. I was kind of concerned. I was just like, where the hell have you been?
Yeah, I went dark for a week. And that doesn't mean black chick. That just means I went dark.
Right.
But I did go out last night.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw a few photos of your shenanigans last night.
Yeah, I went out and saw my friend Don DiBiase. He's a guitar player in town. He used to play in John's band, and he plays in a bunch of other bands. He plays in some national bands now, and he's a pretty decently known record producer in the world of like the screamo skinny jeans metal, whatever you call that shit.
All right. And
his dad was actually playing last night, a night of 50s and 60s covers at a really nice like mobbed up Italian restaurant.
Okay.
And so we went out, and me, John, and Steffi went out and saw them play. You know, just hung out and drank mixed drinks and hung out there, and and so I went out and did that, and then we went to some other bar after that, and I did karaoke for a couple of songs, and then we went back to John's place, and then I got home I think at like 4 or so.
Right.
4.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so that pretty much filled the night.
Well, I guess after a long week of slaving away, you deserved a break.
Yeah, well, that's the only break, because starting back up tomorrow, today I took off. Today I just truthfully, I slept till 11, got up and did a couple things and went back to sleep from 1 until like 5. And then show was time. It was time for the show.
Right.
It's that quick.
Well, me, I've got nothing to share. Got nothing to share, my friend.
Nothing?
Not a thing.
Dude, well, what about Netflix? You watch any Netflix or anything?
Oh, I did. I've been catching up on. Even though I've seen a lot of them, I've been watching the Forensic Files.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Love those. So I've been watching that all week, and then since you brought it up, and I don't want to hear any negativity, but there's a series out there. It's a organic homegrown show, and I may have even shared it with you, but there's couple guys who came up with kind of a funny gimmick, and unless you live there, it may not, resonate with you. But there's this video series out there called Pittsburgh Dad.
Oh yeah, you showed me that. That is funny.
There's like close to 200 episodes. They're between like 2 minutes and 4 minutes long.
Right, sure.
So I've been watching a lot of these Pittsburgh Dad. Yeah,
that's a fun. That is. I've watched several of those. They are funny.
It's just silly. And then, I'm really into the documentaries.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately, and just surprised at. Let's see, what was it? I was into the whole Nazi.
The weapons.
Well, no, I watched that, but then I got into the whole medical experiments thing.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, the Dr. Mengele and the medical experiments and things like that.
Nice.
Where they were, basically carving into people, and it's just like, wow, how gruesome these guys were.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of they were missing a chromosome or two when it came to that morality gene.
Yeah, they had none. So been watching that, and just taking that in, and like I said, I'm amazed at the quality of documentaries. Oh, I know what I watched. Another one that was suggested to me was Chariots.
Chariots.
Building a chariot.
Oh, I can't say I've seen that.
They felt that as a weapon of war,
yeah.
that the Romans became dominant because of their perfecting of the chariot as a weapon of war.
Okay.
That they were able to. They built a suspension on it, and the ability to shoot an arrow straight while at full gallop, and not being thrown off when it hits a rock, and
right.
Pretty interesting stuff.
Sure.
So
Well-
it's called Building Pharaoh's Chariots.
I have not seen that one.
Very interesting. So
You know what I watched today, which was really good? I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if not, pull it up on the YouTube channel on your Roku because it's out there and it's great. Have you watched the Jim Norton show yet?
no, you mean the Vice?
Yeah, on Vice.
No, I have not seen it.
Dude, he did this 2-part, and this is my world. He did this 2-part interview with Freeway Rick Ross, the drug dealer.
Okay.
Man, that was good. Oh my God, dude, he asked such good questions, and I don't know. You know that guy's story at all, Freeway Rick Ross?
No, I don't.
He was a drug dealer in L.A. and he was like one of the smart ones that just did not play the role of, he didn't fancy clothes it, didn't buy a bunch of cars, didn't act like a douche, didn't act like a big shot, stayed out of it, let other people do all the dirty work. The guy made $900 million in the 80s.
Wow.
In 5 years.
Nice.
In 5 years.
And he got away with it too, huh?
Well, he got away for a while, and then what ended up happening was he became a legend in his community there,
Okay.
and the word got out about him. So then the government set up a task force and convicted him. But the whole thing is, you got to watch it because it was the guy. He literally became a drug dealer because he couldn't read and write, and he couldn't fill out his college applications because he didn't know how to read and write. But he was allegedly like a state qualified tennis player that would have been able to go to college, but he knew he'd flunk out, so he didn't go. And instead, he needed something to do, so he became a drug dealer.
Oh, well, hey, what is it? College drug dealer. Yeah,
Well-
I might as well be a drug dealer.
But I'll tell you what, man, he was saying that, he used to try so that he wouldn't get robbed. He would run and put money, $3,000 at a time, in his house, and he was selling so much coke that he was running back to his house 10 to 15 times a day with $3,000 to take it out of his pockets.
Nice.
I was like, holy shit!
Wow.
I could deal with a year of that.
Sure.
1 year, I'd be done.
Right.
Jeez, $900 million in 5 years, dude.
Nice.
Oof.